Welcome to the Gifford Cat Shelter. I'm Ann Gurka, the shelter vice president, and I'm with Leslie Rogers, shelter director, and Emily Peterson, our medical manager, is behind the camera. And we are here in the Gifford office to introduce you to Lonk, who is our office cat and our office manager in many ways as well. He has some health issues, and so he lives here in the office where he can be watched and observed really closely. And from here we're going to go and visit some of the cat adoption areas. This is the entrance to the main cat shelter. We're in our little lobby space now, and we have our security monitoring system here, hand sanitizer, double doors to keep the cats safe. And we have entrances and exits at both ends of the building. The first room we're going to visit is on our side here. And this is set up for kittens. We can have small groups of kittens from the same litter housed separately here, which helps them to stay healthy and not be exposed to any illnesses from other litters of kittens. When we don't have a lot of kittens, we sometimes use these smaller enclosures for adult cats who might need a little bit of a private space. For example, we have a cat now named Legion. And Leslie, could you tell us a little bit about Legion?
Sure, I'd be happy to. So Legion is a senior boy. He came to us from a transport partner in New York a couple weeks back. We've been taking good care of him. He's got a great appetite. He's a wonderful, wonderful cat with a great personality. He's in this separate space right now because he does like to climb, so for his own safety, we keep him in here.
Yeah, he's a love. And we have a couple of real cute kittens here who are looking for some attention. Who are these two?
So these guys over here are Birdie and Beryl. They're brother and sister. They're super cute and friendly, as you can see. They've been with us for a little while because they have had some medical issues that we've been addressing, mostly around digestion and things like that. So once we are prepared for them to go home, they'll be shown right from this area here to go home to potential adopters.
Great. And this is one of the bigger atriums. So when we have a group of small kittens, they do great in a room of that size, or else, pair or maybe 3 of larger kittens. So we're going to go into the adult area now. And here at the entranceway, we have a little corner set up for volunteers to check in, for information to be posted, volunteer assignments, and conveniences like a printer for when we're doing adoptions and we need to print things for people. And then we have our kitchen on this side, which is food preparation area, our dishwasher, refrigerator, storage for plates. So everything we need to care for the cats on a daily basis as far as food goes. And this part of the shelter is set up with 6 enclosures. And the purposes of the enclosures are for cats who cannot be with a larger group for some reason. For example, this is Potato's enclosure. She has this space all to herself. And she's on a special diet. So she cannot eat the food that's at the feeding stations that are throughout the main building. What we can do with cats like Potato is give them playtime every day by simply picking up the dry food bowls and removing them while they have playtime and then putting them back. Leslie, can you tell us a little bit about Binks here?
Yes, I'd love to. So Binks is a lovely, playful boy. He's very friendly, as you can see. Binks came to us from our transport partner in Florida. And Binks right now is currently awaiting a surgery that he'll have soon to help with his mobility. It's a hip surgery that'll give him the best quality of life.
Right, and I know from other cats having that he'll most likely recover and have a great healthy life.
Yes.
The other reason that we use the enclosures is that some cats just really don't like other cats or get really overstimulated when they're around a lot of other cats. So it gives them a little bit of a quiet space. We have the ability to create front and back areas here. And that really helps us when we have a lot of cats in a free roam area to give them a chance to be with other cats who they get along well with and play well with. This is Dax, who you just saw. He's a little excitable, right?
He is, yes. So the main reason Dax is in this enclosure is because he also is on a special urinary diet for his health. He does get a little bit overstimulated at times as well, and so we make sure that Dax gets to get out, like Ann had said earlier, for some playtime.
Hi, sweetie. And we all love the Amazon deliveries, right? Great hiding places. Now we do have a cat back here who's resting in a crate because of an injury to her paw, and so she needs to be essentially on the equivalent of bed rest for some part of every day, and then she comes out when a staff member's here to check on her, gets a little exercise, and we can also look at how she's walking and assess how she's doing at that time.
Over here we have Chevin in this enclosure back here. As you can see, he's a very handsome and sweet boy. Chevin doesn't get along very well with other cats, which is why we keep him separated in here, but he's doing great and thriving. He loves to sit right on his little windowsill out there and check out all the birds and wildlife that goes on outside of the shelter. It's his favorite thing to do.
In this building, we especially like that we have these windows. The cats really like being able to get into the windows and look outside. And that's something we will have in our new building as well as these climbing structures that are all completely disinfectable. So if we ever did have a sick cat, we would be able to take these apart and completely clean them and get them ready for use again. So it seems a little quiet here today because I know we had a lot of adoptions over the holidays, especially in New Year's weekend.
We did. We had a lot
Which
of
was great.
adoptions. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the main building. We have 3 rooms in another building, so we're going to walk over there now to see those cats. We're now in the other building where we have several cat rooms, and we have this little hallway area and sink, utility room. And the rooms in this area are primarily reserved for cats who are not as outgoing and social and need a little bit of extra attention to get them more comfortable with people. So let's start in this room. Hi. So this is a larger colony room. And as I said, the cats in here generally need a little bit of extra work and attention to get comfortable with people. And as you see, some of them already are. And I see the cats got a lot of holiday gifts.
They did, yes. We have
Which is great.
wonderful donors that got us a lot of things from our wish lists. And you can see the little cat that ran right in there is Slumber. She's one of our residents up in this room. Slumber is a very sweet girl, and she's very playful, as you can see. Slumber is on a special diet. She does have some allergies and flare-ups when she eats the wrong thing, so we can closely monitor that and make sure that she's in tip-top shape. And the enclosure that you see is actually where Slumber stays in the evenings. Due to her special diet, we do not want her to have access to the food that we leave out overnight for the other cats in the room.
So we're about to enter our second socialization room now, and we have a core group of volunteers here who are trained in working with cats that need extra socialization. One of them is here now, so we're just going to enter kind of quietly and see if we can observe her training session for a moment. And this room is set up much like the other room, large open space with lots of hiding areas and climbing structures.
So I'm working with Georgina. She's kind of the star of the show. She really likes earning her chicken treats. Georgina, touch. Good girl. Good girl.
As you can see, it takes a lot of one-on-one patient effort, but we're always thrilled when we find homes for these cats, and they really flourish once they're in homes. The smaller room that we're entering now is used for cats who might have some special needs and need a smaller space. So we have two ladies in here.
The cats that are currently in this space are Angie and Esther. They are our senior diabetic girls. They require insulin twice a day, and due to that, they also only get fed twice a day, a very exact amount of food. We keep them separated in this area so we can monitor their progress, and they seem quite comfortable, as you can see.
Yeah, they seem to be best friends, and they will go home together, right?
They will, yes.
Fantastic, they're sweethearts. And the last area we're going to enter here is our medical isolation area. This would be used for cats who are sick or injured in some way. Any cat who might have an infection that we don't want to spread to other cats would be housed up here. And so right now, I think we just have a couple of cats.
We do, and this is Sunny, Sunny Song. She is a senior. She also came to us from a transport partner, and she's just about the sweetest girl you'll ever meet. She does have some issues with digestion, and we're trying our best to figure out how to regulate her to get her feeling a little bit better.
And these ISO kennels do have portals in them so that cats can have big space and go from one to the other. And we can set up separate litter box areas and feeding play areas. And we have these rooms set up with everything we need for our veterinarian when he comes in for rounds, to medications and treatments. Here with our exam table, we have a separate sink, and so this is set up to really help us care for these cats in a separate environment. So that concludes our tour, and we're back here with Lonk, who would like to say goodbye and thank you. We appreciate all of our support from the Ahimsa Foundation.
Thank you very much.